What's going on, everybody? So today I got myself my very first copy of Jane Doe, the new 5-star in, well, the new S rank in Zenless Zone 0, and I thought I would do a quick video on basically what she is, what kind of character she is, what you can potentially pair her with, and just everything of the sorts. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, so when it comes to Jane Doe, she is in the physical / anomaly kind of section. She will do a physical damage. Alright, and here is a Jane Doe. So as you can see, she is able to deal a physical damage and also accumulates physical anomaly buildup, which triggers the assault and flinch effects. If you guys don't already know, assault interrupts the enemies and deals massive physical damage, and then flinch increases the days the target takes for a period of time. Now, as of right now, I haven't done much farming for her, and I'm quite delayed in the story. So as of right now, she's only level 40 with 5,304 health, 570 defense, 9.8 crit, 77.2 crit damage, 136 anomaly mastery, 0 pen ratio, 1485 attack, 86 impact, 126 anomaly proficiency, and 1.2 energy regen. Now, say if you wanted to get yourself multiple copies, here's what you can expect. So her M1, while in the passion state, Jane's physical anomaly buildup rate increases by an extra 15%, and each point of Jane's anomaly proficiency increases her damage by 0.1% up to a maximum increase of 30%. Now that's already insane. Next, her M2. When Jane's attack hits an enemy in the Nord state, or when squad members trigger assault on an enemy in the Nord state, 15% of the enemy's defense is ignored. Additionally, when assault damage triggers a critical hit, the critical damage dealt is increased by an additional 50%. God damn. Next we have M3, which is just a basic +2 on every attack, so nothing too major. When it comes to M4, when any squad member triggers the assault or disorder effects, all squad members attribute anomaly damage is increased by 18%, lasting 15 seconds. That again is insane, just like everything else. M5 again is just a +2 increase on every skill. And then finally with her M6, which is basically just like the end all on any S rank / 5-star. While in the passion state, Jane's crit rate increases by 20% and crit damage by 40%. After any squad member inflicts assault, Jane instantly enters the passion state and gains max passion stream. When assault triggers a critical hit, Jane performs an additional attack on the target, dealing physical damage equal to 60 and 100% of her anomaly proficiency. That is wild, and you can definitely tell it's wild because of the fact that it's the M6, which is a hell of a lot of money. Next, let's look through her skills, and just look at that art. God damn. So, as of right now, I only have her A, B, and C. Again, because of the fact that I haven't progressed enough in the story, I haven't been able to get to D, E, and F. So her A is a anomaly mastery increased by 12 and core passive insight skill level 1. Her B is a base attack increased by 25, and then again a core passive insight skill level 1. Well, level +1. For her C, anomaly mastery increased by 12 again, and then again a +1 on the core passive insight skill. For the descriptions, when Jane's attack hits an enemy, it causes them to enter the Nord state, lasting for 10 seconds. If any squad member triggers assault on an enemy in the Nord state and causes the flinch effect duration is extended by 5 seconds, and assault damage has a chance to trigger a critical hit with a base crit rate of, at A, 25% and crit damage of 50%. Each point of Jane's anomaly proficiency further increases this crit rate by 0.11%. Now, as you can see in the green, those are the only things that'll change. So when it comes to B, it goes from 25% and 0.11% to 28% and 0.12%. Then it goes 31% and 13, and then 0.13, 34% and 0.14, 37% and 0.15, and then finally 40% and 0.16. These last two are basically just the description on the core skill. The additional ability, however, is called Sore Spot. When another character in your squad is an anomaly character or shares the same faction, Jane's physical anomaly buildup rate is increased by 20%. When the enemy is already suffering from an attribute anomaly, Jane's physical anomaly buildup towards the target is increased by an additional 15%. Now, that'll be big when it comes to who you want to pair Jane with, which I will go over shortly. For her skills, there's a lot, so I don't think I want to bore you guys with that. Essentially, basic attack is just a physical damage. Her dodge is just a dodge. The quick assist is called Dark Thorn. When you do it, it'll deal physical damage, and the character is invulnerable when doing this skill. The special attack will do physical damage, and then finally the chain attack, again physical damage and invulnerable when using this skill. If you guys want to actually go through and read all the descriptions, feel free to either pause the video and read them for yourself, or if you have her, then you can easily read through them at your own pace. I'm just going to quickly go through them, and then you guys can pause the video and you can read them yourself. I don't know if I mentioned this, by the way, but when it comes to the priority of skills to upgrade, you would first go with chain, you would then go with special, you would then go basic attack, and then dodge, and then assist. Yeah, that's the skills. And then when it comes to the equipment, as of right now, I have her on Roaring Ride, but when it comes to any alternative A rank engines, you can either go from the least to the most. You would do Weeping Gemini, Roaring Ride, like I have, Rainforest Gourmet, Electro Lip Gloss, Fusion Eye Compiler, and then finally her best in slot, Sharpened Stinger, which, if you probably would have guessed when we actually go into the signal search, that is what is currently on the W Engine banner. And it is a 50-50, so either you'll win it or you'll get a standard 5-star engine. Now, if you go into the part of the game where you can get the drive discs, I would highly recommend you would do a 4-piece Fanged Metal, because it is a physical damage increased by 10%, and also whenever a squad member inflicts assault on an enemy, the equipper deals 35% additional damage to the target for 12 seconds. That is crazy. And then when it comes to the 2-piece, you want Freedom Blues, where the 2-piece of that is increases anomaly proficiency by 30. That's basically the best when it comes to her drive discs. Now, when it comes to the disc main stats, for disc 4, you want to go with anomaly proficiency. For disc 5, you want physical damage. And then for disc 6, you either want anomaly mastery or attack. Then when it comes to the substats, you want to go anomaly proficiency, attack percentage, and pen. Now, let's go over some teams that she can work with. Now, there are a few that you can go with. There is a free-to-play team, so it would be Jane. It would then be Anby, because of the fact that, if you guys don't know, Anby is a electric stun. And then finally, after Anby, you will then go Nicole, because she is a ether support. Now, if you reach the point in the game where you can actually unlock the Bang Boos, for that free-to-play team, you have 4 options. The best would be Magnetoboo, The reason being for the magnetic boo is for the A skill, which is a pulls in nearby enemies and deals physical damage to all enemies hit, and it's made the damage multiplier a 624%. It's made the daze multiplier a 365.3% and a cooldown of 24 seconds. And then when it comes to the B, when at least one anomaly character, Jane, is in your squad, active skill attack range is increased and damage is increased by 52.5%, which is kind of crazy. And then when it comes to alternatives, you can go with a Boo. You can then go with a Ball Ressier. And then finally, you can go with Avocado. Now what you could do is, if you have Seth, he is the new A rank that dropped with Jane's banner, is in that free-to-play team, you can replace Nicole with Seth. And that would be a way better option, because it will be able to activate Jane's additional ability, which is really nice. Now, the next team that you can do is a assault team. So obviously it'll be Jane again, and then you would go with Necromata if you have them, and then again you would go with Seth for the defense. Then when it comes to the Bang Boos for that team, you can go with a Bang Volver as the main one, because of the fact that, again, of its A skill, use a random bullet for different moves. Powerful Firework Shell would be the main one that you would be after. Fires at the enemy with great force, dealing massive physical damage and accumulating a large amount of physical anomaly buildup. That would be the main one that you would be after. Then its B ability, when there are 2 or more physical attribute characters in your squad, so Jane being one of them and then Necromata being the second one, the Bang Boo chain attack inflicts 100% more anomaly buildup. And then finally, the C attack, fire continuous shots at the target, dealing physical damage and accumulating massive physical anomaly buildup. All very insane skills. If you don't have Bang Volver, just so you guys know, if you haven't ever pulled on a Bang Boo, it is a 100% chance. So you will always get the S rank that you choose. But if you decide to get a different S rank instead of Bang Volver, you could go with either, the first alternative could be Lucky Boo for the A skill, being a strikes the target with a barrage of golden coins, dealing physical damage and accumulating physical anomaly buildup. And then the B skill being when there are 2 or more physical attribute characters, again Jane and Necromata in your squad. Active skill inflicts 20% more anomaly buildup, and active skills continuous strikes duration is increased by 0.8 seconds. Then after Lucky Boo, if you don't have them, you could go with Magnetic Boo, which pulls in nearby enemies and deals physical damage to all enemies hit. And when there are at least 1 anomaly character in your squad, which is, so you wouldn't actually be using Magnetic Boo for the B, you would mainly be using it for the A. And then finally, if you did get a different S rank, hopefully it would be Officer Kui, because the A skill is launches a 2-hit attack, tearing and biting enemies ahead and dealing physical damage. Next for the B skill, when there are 2 or more criminal investigation special response team characters in your squad, so Jane and Seth, after using an active skill, there is a 50% chance to follow up with 1 extra hit of the binding attack up to a maximum of 3 consecutive targets, and Bang Boo chain attack damage increases by 35%. And finally, the C continuously bites and tears enemies in front, dealing massive physical damage. So yeah, that would be the assault team. And then finally, the last team for Jane would be obviously Jane. You would then have Grace for a second anomaly as a sub DPS. And then when it comes to support, you would go with Alexandria. Now, when it comes to the Bang Boos, you would go with the S rank of Plug Boo. And the reason being for that is unleashes an EM cannon attack on the enemy, dealing electric damage and accumulating electric anomaly buildup. Now the reason being for that is because both Grace and Rena are electric damage, so that would allow them to accumulate their anomaly buildup. Next for the B, when there are at least 2 electric attribute characters in your squad, again Grace and Rena, Bamboo Chain attack inflicts 100% more anomaly buildup. And then finally, the C, unleash a strong electric attack on all nearby enemies in a large area, dealing electric damage and inflicting massive electric anomaly buildup. And then when it comes to the alternatives, you have one of 2 options, being the Electro Brew for the A skill, charges the enemy and continuously electrocutes the target, electric damage and accumulating anomaly buildup for electric. Again, Grace and Rena, both electric. When at least 2 electric attribute characters in your squad, Bamboo Chain attack. Bamboo Chain attack inflicts 60% more anomaly buildup. And then finally for C, continually electrocutes the target, dealing electric damage and inflicting massive electric anomaly buildup. And we've already seen what Magnetic Boo can do, so I don't have to explain that again. So yeah, that is my entirety on the Jane Doe guide. If you guys would like a guide as well for Seth, the new A rank that also came along with Jane, feel free to let me know in the YouTube comments down below. And yeah, I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye guys.